Chapter 5 Prehistoric Pondoscom. We stalled for a long time. Just when I think I can stand it any longer, the sword stopped. We are coming in for a landing, says Terry. Whoop! The bin landed and we all fell out onto the ground. Have we gone back 6.5 years? I said. Terry looks into the bin and checked the chronometer. Oh no, he says. We are traveled 650 million years back in time. But I only set it for 6.5 years back, I said. The inspector must have knocked it when he fell in, says Terry. It's not my fault, says the inspector. The chronometer should have a safety guard on it, and a time machine blast off button without emergency or directly contravenes regulation 3, third section 4.5, paragraph 6, line 22 of the Time Travel Blasted Off Button Act. I didn't even know there was a Blasted Off Button Act, says Terry. Oh yeah, says the inspector. It's right here in this book. Rules and regulations of the world, past, present, future. I never go anywhere with it without it. Hey Andy, says Terry. Look at this putter. It's full of pond scum, and one of the pond scum looked just like you. You are right, I said, and that one looks just like you. I look up at the rock leads Terry is standing on. I see what pond scum and Andy means. It is the only shade around here, and the sun is really hot. That's too bad, I said. It's even worse for you, says Pondoscum Andy, because if we don't make it, you will never exist at all. At least we've had a life, even if we have spent it just floating around in a puddle. I mean, it's better than nothing. What do you mean we don't exist? Says Terry. If life form like us get burned up, says Pondoscum Terry, then complicated life form like you will never get the chance to evolve. Oh no, says Terry, looking really worried. Relax, I said. They will probably make it. They've got shade. But not for long, says Terry. This rock ledge is cracking. I think it's about to break. You idiot, Terry screamed. The pond scum as a large piece of rock broke off and crashed down into the puddle. Pretty soon we've built the most amazing 65-story prehistoric pond scum puddle sun shadow you've ever seen. There you go, says Terry. That should keep your old sun safe for the next 300 million years or so. Thanks, Terry. Pondoscum Terry, says Pondoscum Terry. You are the best. No, Andy's the best, says Pondoscum Andy. That's where you are wrong, says Pondoscum Terry, because Terry is the best. You are the one who's wrong, says Pondoscum Andy, because you don't know what you are talking about. What you are talking about, Andy is the best, no contest. The Pondoscum continues shouting at each other. Terry, Andy, Terry, Andy. I hope our prehistoric Pondoscum ancestor make it, says Terry. So do I said. But if they don't and we end up not existing, it will be it will be all your fault. But we do exist, says Inspector, so they must have made it. Yeah, I said. Thanks to me and my great idea about building a Ponscom sun shader. And thanks to me for helping build it, says Terry. And thanks to me for issuing the permit, says the inspector. Speaking of permit, I said, we'd better be getting to that permit office to apply for our building permit so the treehouse doesn't have to be demolished. Sure thing, Andy, says Terry. I've set the chronometer for 6.5 years before we left. Hold on, everybody.